It's been years when people have been coming to America using different kind of visas. There are those that have come in America using a visit visa, there are those who have come on employment visa, there are those who have come on student visa. But did you know that there is an opportunity for you to come in America using what we call diversity visa? And what is a diversity visa? Diversity visa is one of the visa that is under the category of immigrant visa that allows you to come to United States of America to work and live here permanently. In other words, with this, when you happen to get this kind of visa, one way to get it is through a process called Diversity Visa Rotary Program. And this is a process that happens every year whereby 55,000 people from all regions that are eligible to come to United States of America come. And so you who is watching me right now, as you on your handset, let's say you're watching me using your phone, you're watching me on your computer, you're watching me on a TV, everything that you're using to watch me. I want to tell you that on 4th October 2023, the Department of State published a link for you to apply this type of visa. And so many of you know this as green card. And so today, seated here and in front of you on your screen, I am going to go step by step to show you how you can apply this type of visa, to show you how you can apply this lottery program. This is a visa that you get after applying what we call the diversity visa lottery program. And then after applying that, you get selected. After getting selected, you go for an interview. After an interview, and then they give you a visa to come to United States to work and stay here permanently. And when you reach here, that's when you process what we call the green card. And then they give you that card that gives you the mandate to live and work here permanently. So keep locked on this. And if a returning subscriber, please, thank you for always following me up. And if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, it's called Boarding Pass. We believe we can make your hopes into homeland. So without wasting much of your time, let's go straight. I'm going to try to share my I'm going to share my screen with you so that we can go step by step as we apply this lottery. But before that, make sure that you check my first video that I upload. We go. So you'll have to come here if you're using a MacBook or you're using your phone, or you're using whatever, you're using a phone. Go to Safari if you're using Apple MacBook, or if you're using iPhone, or go to Google here. You can use this, but let me use this search engine. This is Safari. Okay, here we go. Then you just come type dvprogram.state.gov, electronic diversity visa program, and then you come click here. It will give you this kind of page. U.S. Department of State Electronic Diversity Visa Applicant Entry System. If you happen to go on a link and it doesn't give you this kind of information, that's a wrong link. Don't follow it up. So, and then here to do Electronic Diversity Visa Program. Welcome. Our State Department website for 2025 Diversity Visa Program is now open. It shows you that it's open. So the period of entry is October 4th of October. And that's when this link was published. So the entry period, you can apply this from those that are started from 4th of October until 7th of November. So that means beyond 7th of November, this link will not be available for you to apply. Okay, after reading this instruction, click the begin entry button below. I showed you this instruction, DV 2025 instructions. You can still go on. When you click on these ones, you'll come and then see them here. DV program. These are some of the instructions for the 2025 Diversity Immigrant Visa Program. you can come here and then you read all this. If you don't see them, then you can click on the my last video that I posted. You will have to see that. Okay. Then after that, they say photo instructions. You will have to do that before beginning the entry process. Verify that your picture and the pictures of any of the derivatives fully comply with the DV entry photo requirements, including the DV 2025 instructions. Your case will be disqualified if you submit a non-compliant photo. For example, the acceptable photos, click on the button below. So they are talking about the picture that you're supposed to put forward. So these are the acceptable visa photos. You see, it has to look like this. The white background, you have to look in the you have to look in the camera very straight. So go and check out the video that I posted before talking about the photo. So it has to be look like this, one of these pictures as you see them here. So those that this one is not okay, this one is not okay because of the you might need adjust the camera white balance setting depending on the lighting. This one is bad. So you first check the photo if it meets the requirements. Does it have the same size? Does it have the specification? Are they right? Are they having the same dimensions, 600 times 600? Is it below 240 kilobytes? That's the weight. Make sure that is fine and okay. Okay, then after that, let me hope your picture is okay. Then it comes, this form is prepared in two parts, one for the primary entrant and one for the derivatives. I told you the primary entrant either is you who is applying, who is single, you don't have a wife and you don't have kids, and for derivatives, that means you're a husband and maybe you have your wife and then you come with your children, or you are your wife, then you're a lady, then you have to come with your husband, and then you have to come with your children. So let's go and begin the entry. Okay, so in the begin the entry, still education electronic diversity visa entry form. This is how it is. Diversity form, it has form DS501, expires this day, 31st of October 2025. Expended burden is 30 minutes. You're supposed to do this in 30 minutes. So let's try to catch up with time, and then you see if we can't go with this. You come here and then you do this to submit so that they find. Okay, when you put that, then it gives you this part, electronic diversity visa entry form, part 1, entrant information, you who is going to apply. Then let us start with the last name or family name. Some people, they do confuse this, but when they talk about last name, it's your family name, that name they call you on a Saturday. We used to say that name is called for me on Saturday. Family name, put I'm just going to use an example of one of my friend, or let me just get an example of the name here. Let me use Mugabo James. Let's say James, and James doesn't have the name, doesn't have maybe the middle name. So the names you put here have to be the same names on your birth certificate, have to be the same name on your academic papers all through, you understand, and has to be the same names on your passport. Okay, so if you don't have the middle name, you don't have the middle name. If you have the middle name, put it for as long as it goes through all your documents. So Mugabo is a male. Then date of birth, let's say he was born or April, then day is 9th, 1990. So when it comes to America, we start with the month and then the day and then the year. But most cases in Africa, I start with the day and then the month and then the year. Here it changes. You start with the month and then the day and then the year. So don't confuse this. Make sure you don't confuse this. If you are born in December has to be this. Okay. Then let's go and enter city where you were born. City where you were born. Put make sure that the city where you were born has to be the one that is on your birth certificate. So go and get your birth certificate. If you are born, let's say, let me use Rwanda for the case. You were born, the city or place where you were born, let's say you were born from Nyamata, or let me use Bugesera. Okay, country where you were born, that has to be Rwanda. Rwanda is here. Then you put that. Then they say country of eligibility. Your country of eligibility will normally be the same as the country of birth. Your country of eligibility is not related to where you live. If you were born in a country that is not eligible for the DV, please go to explanation to see this if there's another available country. So if you were born in a country that is not your nationality, let's say your mother was pregnant, your mother comes from Kenya, and maybe he was working in Rwanda, and then you were born in Rwanda, but you hold the nationality of Kenya. So that means you'll have to claim the eligibility of Rwanda because that's where you were born. That is if it's on your birth certificate. Or you can still claim the eligibility of your mother, the country of your mother, where your mother is a Kenyan, so that means you can claim either by the place of birth or by the citizenship of your mother, or which is your citizenship still right as per now. So for this person, maybe you were born from Rwanda, then you can say yes, I claim eligibility based where he was born. Okay, so that will not be, you will not have to select the country, so it will just have to go with the Rwanda here. Okay, so if you don't want to claim that, you can still claim, you can still do no, and then you claim that country where you were born. So, but I think for you not to confuse that, the only country that is not eligible for DV program, it is Tanzania. It is Nigeria when it comes to Africa, but all East African country, they are eligible. So you can claim Rwanda or the country of your nationality, because that means you claim the eligibility of your parents. Okay, so you do that, then we go here, it goes to entrant photo, then we go to the photograph. So choose the photo, you come here, choose the photo, let me choose this one of me. Then you go to the mailing address. You can skip this in case of option, you can skip this. Then address, line 1, where you live, maybe your village, your cell, where you live. Let's say you're living in Remera. Address 2, line option, you can leave that. Then city is maybe the city might also be Remera. And then the district may be Gasabo. And then the district, county, or province, any of those ones, they don't consider these ones because people shift every day goes by. So they will not ask you and interview that you are in Remera, but I cannot see. You are in Wakiso for the people who are in Uganda. You are in Wakiso, so now you have applied. No, people do shift every time. So this one, it's a matter of like filling this form. So the country, then it has to be Rwanda. Okay. Has to be Rwanda. But let's say, let me say, then we put that. No postal code, you can leave that. Because most cases we don't have the postal codes or the zip codes. So that one will be no use. They used to do this. I don't know why they're actually still doing. They are still putting up this kind of thing because They used to put that back then because they would mail your, if you selected, they would send you a letter to that mail address. But now the results, you have to check them on internet. So I don't know why they still use this mailing address, because after all, they'll have to send, you will not receive an email or a mail by a letter. You'll have to check it on an entrant status, this one that you've used to check on. So when it comes to Uganda, you can put, if you are born from, let's say, a place in Wakiso, or in Mpigi or in Ruwero, you can say, let me say, they can say born from Wobulenzi, and then city, you can still also be Wobulenzi. That's it. And then district is a Ruwero district. Put everything like that. Then postal code, leave it. Then the country has to be Uganda. Uganda, like that. That is if that's where you're living. Country where you live today. If you live in Uganda, put in Uganda. So that is your mailing address, you know. Phone number, it's optional because they won't call you. You can put it or you don't put it. Email address, you can try an email address. Let me see. Let me try this. You put your email address, that really works. Okay, let's go. Then what's your highest level of education you've achieved as of today? So for this one, they require you to put your highest level of education, but the requirement for DV process, it's high school diploma. So you will come here and then say, if you have a university degree, you do that. That is, if you have a certificate with it, and if it's a high school degree, you can do this. You can use this, or it's a high school, no degree. If you have no degree, then when it comes to interviews and you don't have that, then that will be absurd. You will not get a visa. So I say maybe university degree. If you finish a university, put a university degree, and maybe you have that degree. So they say you must have a minimum of high school diploma reflecting the completion of a full course of a study. Vocational school or equivalency degree are not acceptable. Vocational schools or equivalency degrees are not acceptable. Or be skilled worker in an occupation that requires at least 2 year training experience to qualify. You have to do this when it comes to working experience. So, but I can say you can use maybe university degree. James finished university, and then maybe James is not married. He's not married. You just come unmarried. If you're unmarried, then you might be unmarried, but maybe you have children. So unmarried, married, and my spouse is not a U.S. or U.S. lawful permanent resident. Married and my spouse is a U.S. citizen or a U.S. lawful permanent resident. Divorced, widow, legally separated, enter spouse's information. So put this based on your status. If you're unmarried, put unmarried. If you're married and spouse is a U.S. citizen, put that. Don't lie. Okay. Legally separated. What does legally separated? Legally separated is any arrangement when a couple remains married but live apart following the court order. If your spouse are legally separated, your spouse will not be able to immigrate with you through the reverse visa. You will not be penalized if you choose to enter the name of the spouse from whom you are illegally separated. If you're not legally separated by court order, you must include your spouse. So if you're legally separated, that means you have legal documents that you don't want to live with the wife, but you having a proof to that. So let's go with this. Unmarried and maybe you don't have children, put 0. Then continue. So this is the form. It's done. So before submitting for someone who is single, it is done. So the name, first come check the name, Mugabo James, male, date of birth, see if there are those, city where you were born, Bugesera, country where you live, where you were born, Rwanda, country of eligibility for DV program, Rwanda, mailing address, I put for Uganda, maybe that person, that's where he's living right now. That's it. So you come down, then you put your email address, put the level of education, you're unmarried, number of children you don't have, then submit. So when you click on submission, then it will go straight. But let's go back and then we put for the family. So we have included all that. When we come here, we have put the picture and all that. So let's go here. Maybe Mugabo stays in Rwanda. He's not staying in Uganda, as we said up there. So mailing address here. In case of point, leave that. Where you live, you can put your village, first village, let's say Kabuga, address line, then city is you can say Gasabo, then province, you can say district, province, state, and you can put, let's say Eastern province, Eastern, or you can put or Kigali, whatever. So I told you this, I don't care about this because they will not, they matter less. Then Rwanda, phone number, it's optional. Then the email address has to be okay. Then let's go to married and my spouse is not a US or a lawful permanent resident, for people who are having family. So let's say maybe you're having 2 kids. Then you come here, continue. So when you continue, they will give you part 2 of derivatives. So you'll have to start with your spouse's name. So maybe James's name, spouse's name is, let me put the last name, and then the first name. Let's see, notice. Let's say it's called Notice Olivia. And then the middle name, maybe she doesn't have the middle name. Date of month is this is the month. Yes, she was born September 24th, 1993. She's a female. I'm trying to catch up with time. Enter the city where she was born. Do not enter the district or province. I told you this. Put what is on your birth certificate. Go get your birth certificate. Find out if that tallies with what is on your passport. If you know that actually you might not have a birth certificate, but if you know that that's what you will put in your birth certificate and that's what is in your birth certificate, put that. I was born from city, birth or city, maybe Kigali. Country where your spouse was born. She was also born maybe from Rwanda. And then still the same thing, choose the picture. Get this. I'm using my picture. I'm just doing this because I know I will send this application and then it will not be selected. So I just want to go with you. And then first child, let me try family name, then let me Ineza Morris. Maybe this is the first, this is the name of the kids they have. No middle name. It might be like Ineza Morris Mugabe. Let's see. And maybe the kid has the last name, the middle name of the dad. And then this child was born on August 12, 2018. Then is a male. Enter city where he was born. Was born from Kanombe or Kigali, whatever, based on what is on the birth certificate. Country where this child was born. Country was born. It has to be Rwanda, Ara, and then we go with that. Then the digital photo, you still come here. It's the same thing. You come here, choose this, choose his picture. You must be having all of them on your hand, on your computer. And then the next name is for the little kid. It is Melissa. I'm getting the names for my kids. And then the dates. Melissa was born on the year month is 9th, date is 4th, year is 2020. Then she's a female. Then city where she was born, Kigali. And then country where she was born, it is Rwanda. Has to be Ara now. Where's Ara? It has to be Rwanda. And then photo. Come on. In photo, you have to choose this. Photo, get her photo, and then continue. So you see, you chose the name. The first part is there. We checked all the names are there. The country where you live today. You did everything. First, take a screenshot of this. See if there is where you have made a mistake. You see, married and my spouse is not a U.S. citizen. Part 2 for your spouse, Mutes Olivia, is the same date that she was born, female, where she was born, country, the name of your first child. This is the name. Everything. When you find out that everything is okay, take a screenshot for that. So photograph received, go back to part 1, go back to part 2, where you want to change. If you want to change in part 1, pass go. Let's say you have found where there's a mistake. Go and find where there's a mistake. You understand? So like here, you find country where he lives. We have put the mailing address, but here it's still in Uganda. So, but we supposed to come here and then change to Rwanda. You see? So before you submit, make sure you do what? Make sure you find out that everything is right and take a screenshot, you know. So now we are good to go. Scroll down and then we are going to submit. So come here. I've checked everything is okay. The photo is received. The country where I was born is there for the child. The date of birth, everything. Take a screenshot, keep them, and then we are going to click submit. So I have submitted. When you submit, this is what comes. DV 2025 submission confirmation entry received. Success. Your entry for DV 2025 diversity visa program was received on Saturday 7th, 2023 at this time. It will give you the name Mugabo James, confirmation number, year of birth this, digital signature this. Print this. They say, please either print this page or make a record of the information number before closing this window. You will not able to retrieve this number after you close this window. You must retain your confirmation number in order your entry status via this. So that means on between May 4th, 2024 and September 2025. So you will come on this, click on this link to check your status. They will not send you an email to check whether you won. When you click on this, so you have to take a screenshot of this actually before you click on this. Take a screenshot or save it on your email. Yes. So it will have to take you on this. That's where you will check your status. So that's it for today, and that's how you can apply for green card. Step by step. Don't make a mistake. If you happen to make a mistake, go back and check very well. So that is it for today, and I wish you good luck. Bye bye. Chechiriwa. Unacho gambe gwanga.